go to the town manager's evaluations. So, take one of this down, I think I covered the All right. Section 4 of the town manager's employment agreement requires the board to evaluate the town manager annually based on goals and objectives jointly developed by the board and the town manager. It charges me, the chair, to provide the manager with a summary written statement of the evaluation findings of the board. This is a much divided board which the evaluations reflect. The summary reflects my best effort to fail to reflect the views of the 4 members who submitted individual evaluations. Selectman Sad was not able to complete an evaluation. The scores, comments, and goals are almost completely equally divided between positive and negative. For example, on the positive side, the town manager is seen as a hard-working individual. She works tirelessly on the finances and budgets to make sure our town runs efficiently and effectively as possible. She is a person who puts the town's best interests ahead of hers, cares for her employees, a good leader for our police, fire, and DPW employees. She is present at the town hall many long hours and there whenever she is needed or a crisis arises. Her steadfast commitment to ensure the safety of staff and employees and the townspeople during this incredible, difficult pandemic and to keep everyone well informed was praised. Members also commented for her ability to look to the future in every area from finances, staffing, department needs, townspeople's concerns, and technology. The town manager was praised for her ability to understand that it is necessary to keep our technology up to date to ensure the successful functioning of our town. In doing this, the town manager is all cognizant, that change is needed and necessary for our town to run smoothly today and also to look ahead to its future. Those who were more critical viewed the manager as hardworking, but to further her own agenda, not that of the employees, departments, or townspeople. These members acknowledged the town manager does a good job on the budget, but felt things were not clear and understandable, and that although she obtained many grants, questions exist as to what happens to sustain the town after the money is gone. Members also expressed concern that employees are not listened to or unappreciated. They expressed that she is condescending and lacks communication skills necessary to keep boards, committees, and departments running smoothly. Although the town manager is present at town hall, it is also felt that there is a closed door separating her from anyone trying to talk with her. Although departments seem to be running smoothly now, there is a concern for future staffing and equipment, as well as the safety and health of our fire department and EMS employees. In trying to be cost-effective in the technology department, the lack of a full-time accessibility of the communication system is a concern that should something go wrong. Another example of the evaluators division related to the town manager's oral and written skills. Some are extremely satisfied with her communication with them. Things are well said, well written, and they feel they are adequately informed on all issues. They are able to call, text, or email the town manager to get a response in a timely manner. Others stated the town manager does not articulate herself well, does not hear or listen to people, and does not make herself available to people to talk to. And when she does, she can be rude and unprofessional. Some members express that they feel their issues diminish the position of the board and does not allow them to do board members have strongly divergent views as to the town manager's leadership and communication skills. Without being repetitive, the town manager is seen as both outstanding and unsatisfactory when it comes to her communication with this board. She is also seen as both approachable and unapproachable. And finally, in regards to future goals and comments, the board remains divided. Some said that the town manager should keep up the good work, that they are happy and pleased to work with her, and that they are appreciative for running the town so well. They stated that the town manager cares for it and is dedicated to the town and continues to change as needed, even when met with resistance. They feel very informed that the town manager is committed to the employees, staff, departments, and townspeople. Other members, in contrast, state the town manager needs to improve her communication skills, make herself more approachable and accountable. They state that she needs to be more present to employees and board members and to listen more and do so more attentively. These members recommended the town manager not be condescending, dismissive, and rude, and work on hearing from the townspeople. They also recommended that the town manager let the board do their jobs respectively, communicate better with them, and respect her contract in the town charter by moving into town, which is now no board. To sum up, the board member scores were 99, 97, 50, 56. When they're averaged together, town manager's score is a 76, which is a satisfactory based on the evaluation instrument. And that is my evaluation, my summary that I concluded from the report that we all submitted. And any comments about my summary? If there's no comments, then I would entertain a motion to approve this summary of the evaluation of the town manager.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any comments? Call for a vote.
Yep. Yes.
Yes.
I'll vote yes. For an affirmative. That is the summary for the town manager. And town manager, I'm now going to allow you to speak before we move on to Cheryll, if that's okay.
Okay.
I want to let her speak on this summary.
First of all, I want to say that I welcome the feedback regarding my performance, both formal and informal, as a way of improving the service I provide to the town board. I readily acknowledge that I work for the board and continually strive to support you as the chief elected officials of the town. This process is intended to give you an opportunity to point out areas where you think I can improve my performance, as well as areas that you believe are strengths, things I do well. By doing so, you give me the opportunity to improve and better serve you and the town. The principles that would apply to this process would apply to performance evaluation and reviews in any professional setting, not just local government. Those principles would include setting goals and objectives before the review period begins, but that didn't happen yet. If we don't set goals and objectives at the start of the process, it's pretty difficult for me to meet your expectations. Without goals, it eliminates the chance for objective measurement. It is true, people can have different views when evaluating a person's performance, but if there is no agreed upon standard of performance, no accepted measurable goals, then by any professional standard, the process is inherently flawed. A performance review is a tool to help improve performance. And while I appreciate the efforts of some members who utilize the tool in the spirit of helping to improve, I am concerned that some members instead used the actual tool as a weapon. To have some members rate my performance as exemplary while others rate it poorly, you have to wonder what's the real motivation behind the stark difference, as that has seemed to be. Respectfully, I would suggest that it has absolutely nothing to do with performance. The board members that criticize my communication skills do not speak to me or communicate with me outside of meetings. Communication is always a two-way street. If you have concerns, you have issues you'd like to address, you only need to talk to me. And as for criticism that I mistreat or don't listen to employees or residents, it's difficult to accept those criticisms as legitimate in the absence of evidence to support them. I should not be judged on anonymous or unsupported complaints. And if there was a sincere desire to help me improve my performance, I think those members who have communicated their concerns would have done so directly, especially since it's been several months since the individual reviews were done. There has been no such communication, and I don't think that is helping anyone. So I love my job, unequivocally. I am proud and remain proud of the work that all of our esteemed department leaders do on a daily basis to run this town together as a team alongside of me, the town manager. And in 3 years, we have totally transformed our financial stability and fiscal health. So much so that our free cash numbers are coming in at a record $3.4 million. And are, like I said, have been certified continually earlier and earlier to help us financially continue to meet the needs of this town and then to exceed them. We have brought an unprecedented amount of grant money to the tune of $14 million. And we've implemented the highest staffing levels of our police and fire departments. We've developed a 5-year capital plan and have allocated millions to address crumbling infrastructure and a backlog of deferred building systems maintenance that occurred long before I came. In conclusion, as a manager, I will continue to do my very best to meet the needs of the town and implement our terrific master plan, because it is a great document, while delivering lasting positive results for the community as a whole. I have a single motivation, and that is to be of service to the citizens of Oxford. I thank the board for the opportunity to serve. I appreciate the input, and I want to just close by saying 2 simple words: onward and Oxford. Thank you.
So, based off the review and then the comments that we just heard from the town manager, it's clear and evident that we as a board have not set the town manager up for success in the past. We have not done a goals workshop as a select board. We have not voted as a board, regardless of what we've done as individuals. We have not voted as a board on goals to evaluate the town manager on in years to come. I would like to make a motion that we set up a goal workshop for the town manager moving forward. I don't know if we can have these sent out without dates.
I don't think I can accept that motion simply because it's not on the agenda, and let's see what happens in the future.
Even if it's part of the town
It's
manager's
not the only
evaluation.
thing we can talk about is the actual document represented. The way it's listed on the, that it was posted, it's the town manager's evaluation summary. So
Okay,
that's the only thing we can talk about.
I'll send you an email.
If you want to email me.
I'll set up.
Yes.
I just have a question, based on the fairly detailed prepared statement, did the town manager have access to her review prior to tonight? Because it seems like she was very, spot on with a lot of things that were talked about during the review. But I would also like to comment on a couple things that she said, with regard to a lack of goals. I mean, while we didn't give her anything that was voted on by the board per se, in previous reviews, we have discussed goals moving forward, so she did have an idea of things that individuals may have wanted to see. So while it wasn't maybe as clear cut as it should have been, they were still there. Additionally, it's a two-way street, and
Okay, we're getting off the topic, Meaghan. I hate to say you, again, we're only supposed to discuss this evaluation summary.
you allowed her to respond.
Yes, because I think
So I can't respond to accusations against myself.
Who said there was accusations against you personally?
I'm not done.
Okay, well, it's, again, I'm sorry, this is how I've been guided by counsel, that this is the only thing I'm gonna comment. There's, future discussion, you can email me, and I can set up future discussion.
I just have one statement that I would like to make. Our board is currently our meetings that we have 4 members of the The incompleteness has led to a divide and brokenness that is doing nothing but a disservice to the town and the residents that elected us representatives. I'm speaking from my opinion and my feelings right here, and I'm getting to a point. It seems to me that our government is lacking transparency and dissemination of information to both the board members and the residents. While it's ultimately a good thing for board members to disagree and offer different opinions and perspective, our board lately takes it to an entirely different level. Our charter calls for a 5-member board. Unfortunately, with the passing of John, our board became a member of 4 at a very difficult time in town politics. He believed in the system of checks and balances. Currently, our town has a lot of checks, but not much balance. The lack of a board has caused the town to be unable to act on important matters and move forward with progress. If anything, we're moving backwards. There seems to be an increasing attempted overreach of government authority. Our charter is supposed to be a safeguard against a stalemate, yet it seems more and more that our important matters are ending that way. It forces the use of different rules to be applied that may or may not seem appropriate, but the hand of the board is forced. Giving the chair the power, the board members are unable to reach out to legal counsel for clarity on issues and just have to trust that we're doing the right thing. Notwithstanding that, employees across the town in various departments are discouraged and even forbidden from speaking to us as board members.
Excuse me.
If you don't agree with the chair or administration, you're chastised with certain spoken at with a raised voice,
I will
and have to worry about
ask
having
Excuse me, you are out of order. You must leave.
You should resign, baby.
You are out of order. You are
Why don't you just resign?
that are inappropriate. Please leave.
Resign.
I will get the police.
Resign. You and your hidden agendas, Meaghan, need to resign.
Excuse me, no comments from the.
I'm going to make a motion to adjourn.
No.
Resign.
Do you have
Excuse
legal
me.
counsel's authority to have me removed?
Yes,
In
this
your
is Selectman Lamarche. I need a police officer at the town hall as soon as possible. The upper floor of the town hall. The top floor of the town hall. Okay.
Top floor, sending another unit. Everything basically calm in there?
Yes, at the moment. I just need somebody removed.
Alright, very good, sir. I will take care of that. They're on the way. Joe's on the way upstairs to 6 feet.
Thank you.
Very good, sir.
the end of our meeting. I doubt we're not gonna have anything else for this. Why don't we just adjourn and move on? I make a motion to adjourn. Sorry about that.
Excuse me, Sergeant Callahan, I would like this lady removed. She is out of order, refuses to listen to me. Please remove her.
You want me to remove?
Selectman Troiano, yes, I do.
He doesn't like my opinion.
Yes,
But I said
she's
that
making
on
a
the
statement that is incorrect and improper for this meeting.
I'm making an announcement during
She's
selectmen
not making an
announcement
announcement.
pertaining to
My
my.
meeting, I'm sorry, no, this is my meeting. It's not an announcement.
A very difficult position. This is not fair to him.
It's not
Let's just
All right,
adjourn the meeting.
I will stay right there.
Let's
Let's
just
go.
adjourn.
I will second.
Selectman Lablanc, do you have anything?
Oh, no, I have nothing.
Selectman Daniels. Well, I have a few things. I have been contacted by a couple of residents. One has stated that the flowers along Main Street are just wonderful. They think it looks fantastic, and I said I would just pass that along. The other thing is I had another resident, they were very happy with the movies on Main, that their family enjoyed it tremendously. And again, thank you very much for that. I also, as the town manager mentioned, was at Deputy Sellers' swearing in. It was fantastic. It was kind of awesome to see the support of town employees, various, the police, fire, town hall, DPW, all different people there. And he's very deserving for that position. And so I just wanted to publicly, I did it that day, but say congratulations and keep up the good work. And with that, that's all I have, so I would do
I'll make that motion.
Second.
call for vote.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll vote yes. We're adjourned.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up.